Hey everyone, Poindexter here. We carved a hole in the Luftwaffe's defenses last week, and this week we're going to take advantage of it. So, let's get started. We receive our 15 SO points for the week, plus the 8 we carry over from last week, for a total of 23. But we remove 3 points because of the remaining U-boat, for a final total of 20. Once again, we're going to be flying 2 missions this week. Our first one should be fairly easy, as we're going to go back to Florens, Belgium, to finish off Airfield 14. We replace the heavy damage marker with the equivalent numbered marker, which is a 10. Since we need 2 points of damage to destroy the field, we're only going to take 2 bomber groups, the 93rd and the 305th. The reason why is that these 2 groups only need 2 more experience points to be promoted to average. Destroying this airfield will give them those 2 points. Since this raid is in Hex 13, we'll take the 4th fighter group, just in case the Germans decide to make an appearance. We'll arm both groups with M30s. We'll place our mission markers and our group counters. We roll for the Luftwaffe response, and we roll a 10, modified to 8, which is a high response, the first one of this campaign. The Luftwaffe has gotten tired of us beating them down, and they're going to come after our small group with a vengeance this week. A high result means that German squadrons adjacent to our group's location will be able to attack us. We're going to be hit by German fighters every step of the way to the target. Our groups take off and form up over England. For the event card, we draw Bomb Jettison. One of our bombers will have to jettison a bomb, and we'll choose the 93rd group for this unlucky draw. Our groups cross the French coast, and 3 German squadrons rise to meet us. We draw a No Bandit, an FW-190, and a BF-110. Since these squadrons were activated adjacent to our group's location and not in the same hex as our group, we use the numbers listed in the white box to denote how many attacks these squadrons will make against our groups. The 190 will attack for 1 turn, and the 110 for 2 turns. The No Bandit is removed, and our Spitfire escort will go up against the 2 bandits, since there are only 2 bandits to choose from. We'll have to play Anderson's out-of-the-sun tactic for the first attack turn. The 4th fighter group will attack the 190 first, with a +2 air-to-air modifier, a +3 modifier for the out-of-the-sun, and a -1 for the 190's positive durability rating, for a final +4 modifier. The Spitfires dive in and just miss on a roll of 5, modified to 9. The 190 Bandit fires away and hits on an 8, causing 2 points of damage to the 4th. The Spitfires will now attack the 110 Bandit, still using the out-of-the-sun tactic. The modifiers are +2 air-to-air, +3 for the out-of-the-sun, and we add 1 for the BF-110's negative durability rating, for a final total of +6. The Spitfires fire away, and the dice are not with us as we roll a 3, modified to 9, a miss. The 110, most likely stunned at his good fortune, fires at the 4th fighter group and misses on a roll of 4. The 190 is allowed 1 round of combat because of the 1 displayed in the white box, and the Bandit breaks off and heads for home. The 110, with a 2 displayed in the box, will have 1 more round against our Spitfires. The out-of-the-sun tactic can no longer be used, and we revert to the standard combat rules. The Spitfires have a slow attack rating, so the Bandit will attack first. The 110 fires away. It just misses on a roll of 6. The Spitfires will now attack with an overall +6 modifier. And the roll is a 9, more than enough to finally destroy the 110. The 4th fighter group gains an experience point, and we move the Bandit's disrupted counter to 1. The squadron counters are flipped to their rearming side, with the number 3 at the top. These Bandits had to fly further to engage our groups, so it will take them a little longer to refuel and rearm. Our groups continue on and enter the target area. 3 more Luftwaffe squadrons are activated. We draw 2 no Bandit counters and 1 88mm flak gun. The no Bandit counters are removed. The 88mm flak gun can only attack bomber groups and cannot be attacked by our fighter group. To determine which bomber group will be attacked, we roll 1 die and refer to the box just behind the last bomber in the group. We roll a 6, and the 88 will attack the 93rd group for 1 turn. The 88 fires and hits on a 7, causing 1 point of damage to the 93rd. And the 88 is returned to the Bandit's Cup. The 3 squadrons are flipped to their rearming side, with the number 3 at the top. And the 3 squadrons in hexes 9 and 10 are rotated to 2. Our Spitfire escort reaches its range limit and turns for home. Our 2 bomber groups begin their bomb runs, but first they must weather the flak over the target. We roll for flak on the 93rd group, and she takes a solid hit with a 9, causing 2 more points of damage. The 93rd will attack with a -1. We add +2 for the target and +2 for the M30s for a final +3 modifier. The B-24s drop their bombs. And all 3 bombs hit on modified rolls of 11, 12, and 8. 5 points of damage are caused, and the airfield is effectively destroyed. Regardless, the 305th still has a bomb run to make. The groups fly through the flak barrage. The roll is an 8, modified to 7 for B-17 durability, and 1 hit is scored against the group. The 305th will attack with a +4 modifier, +2 for the target, and +2 for the M30s. The 305th drop their bombs into the Inferno. Three more points of damage are added. 2 bombs hit on a modified 9 and 10, and 1 bomb misses on a modified 5. We gain 4 victory points for the destruction of the airfield. We move the Bandit's disrupted counter ahead 4 spaces to 5, and we can remove another Luftwaffe squadron from the map. Since there are no squadrons in the hex we are currently in, we may choose one from one of the surrounding hexes. Since Hex 9 has 2 squadrons, we'll remove one from there. We remove the destroyed airfield card and draw another one to replace it. Our victorious groups turn for home, and we draw an event card. We draw contrails. 1 additional bandit will be drawn for all future enemy encounters. We move our groups 1 hex closer to home, and we rotate all rearming German squadrons up 1 level, but there is not enough time for them to mount a second attack against us. And our groups make it home safely. As hoped, Our successful bombing run has promoted both bomb groups and the 4th Fighter Group as well. The 93rd and 305th gained 2 experience points, and the 4th Fighter Group 3 points. Our 2 bomb groups are now average. The 4th Fighter Group is skilled, and we have a total of 19 victory points. Congratulations, men. For our second mission this week, we'll be attacking another oil target on our secondary targets list. We'll be going after Oil Refinery 2 in Lille, France, a short hop just across the channel. We're allowed a maximum of 4 bombers for this target. Since this particular target is not going to assist us in destroying it with a 0 air-to-ground modifier, we're going to have to rely on the skills of our bomber groups, the 91st, the 301st, the 97th, and the 92nd. Of course, we'll help them out with the purchase of some quality bombs. We're going to use 14 of our 20 SO points to purchase 7 M44 bombs. Because of their weight, only 2 of these bombs can be carried by a B-17, but they have the potential to do lots of damage. We'll place 2 M44s apiece on the 91st, 301st, and 92nd, and we'll place 1 M44 and 1 incendiary bomb with the 97th, since they are the only group with a +1 air-to-ground modifier. We'll place our mission counters on the main map and our group counters on the tactical. We roll for the Luftwaffe response, and the roll is a 1, modified to 0, which is a poor response. Our B-17s form up over England, and we draw the event card. The card is Bomb Jettison, and we must remove 1 bomb from our choice from the group. We'll choose the incendiary bomb, as it has the highest to-hit value. Our bombers cross the coast and line up on the refinery. The 91st is up first, and they weather a flak barrage, 1 dice that hits on a 7 or higher. And the roll is a 4, modified to 3 for B-17 durability, a miss. It's all up to the dice rolls, as there are no modifiers for this bomb run. The 91st drops her bomb load. And it's a precision strike. Both bombs hit for maximum damage on an 8 and 9, a total of 6 hits. Next are the rookies of the 301st. The target throws up a flak barrage, and the roll is a 1, modified to 0 for B-17 durability, and no damage is caused. The 301st will bomb with a -1 modifier. The 17s drop their bombs. And it's a weak strike. 1 bomb misses on a modified 3, and 1 hits on a modified 5 for 1 point of damage. The 97th is next, with her single M44 in tow. She flies through a flak barrage and comes through unscathed on a 5, modified to 4 for B-17 durability. The 97th will be bombing with a +1 modifier, and she lets loose her bomb. And it's a bullseye strike on a modified 10. The target suffers 3 more points of damage. Only 2 hits are needed to destroy the oil refinery, and it's up to our last group to finish it off. First, the 92nd flies through a flak barrage and makes it through with no damage on a 6, modified to 5 for B-17 durability. The 92nd will have to make do with no modifiers on this attack run. She lines up and drops her bomb load. And it was never in doubt. Both bombs hit for their maximum values, and 6 more points of damage are added to the target, for a final total of 16, more than enough to destroy the refinery and gain us 3 more victory points. We're now only 2 victory points away from fulfilling our secondary mission objective. Well done, men. Our groups turn for home, and we draw an event card. And the draw is Experienced Luftwaffe Bandits. As there will be no German attacks on our return, we ignore the event, and we land safely in England once again. We also move the calendar marker ahead to our final week of September. Our 4 B-17 groups all received 2 experience points for their successful mission, and with no losses to flak. The 97th and 91st are close to promotion, and we end the week with 22 victory points. Despite the heavy Luftwaffe presence, this week should be considered another great success. That does it for the second week of September. The Luftwaffe showed some teeth this week, and we took a few losses, but fortunately they were relatively light. Our groups continue to gain experience as they conduct more and more successful missions, and their skill is becoming more evident as time goes on. Next week, we'll attempt to finish off another oil target, which will fulfill the requirements of our current secondary mission, and perhaps target another aircraft factory. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk again soon.